Hello, namaste, welcome. Just embracing this beautiful nature. Wanted to catch a little lighting before this beautiful sun goes down. So today, a lot of the meditation that has come up and the energy that's bringing itself to awareness in this present moment is a lot to do with sensitivity, being an empath, or just being sensitive and feeling energy, which is a beautiful gift to have. I've noticed that some empaths, and also on my own journey, it has at times felt overwhelming. However, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gift. Yes, it is. It's wonderful. And it's a beautiful experience and an awakening experience to embrace that sensitivity. And remember that we are beacons of light. And as we are beacons of light and we embrace our sensitivity, light is illuminated. There's a platform of opportunity for frequencies to elevate when we embrace our sensitivity. So going in public places, which I just did and kind of did a meditation while I was in the public place, I did a lot of smiling and breathing into the experience and saying, oh, your frequency is beautiful and my frequency is beautiful and our frequency is coexisting and we're all one. Yeah, so just smiling with love light. Even if it feels a tad bit uncomfortable, but just practicing and just loving this experience. I'm feeling your energy. That's a wonderful gift. And I bless you. I say blessings to you. You know. A little bit inside, it's like, oh, space, please. But as that's kind of like, no, it's okay. Embrace the experience. And I think this is helpful in kind of like being as an empath to coexist with other energies, even if like, you know, because talking with other empaths actually, as well as myself, like when the same and being in the same energy zone, and they're like, oh, I'm feeling an energy too, and I'm like, wow, I'm feeling a pain right here, and they're like, wow, I'm feeling a stabbing pain right there, or pain in, you know, the sacral, or a pain in the back, or literally it's a pain in my back, you know? And whatever it be. But it's like, so I was thinking and meditating on it. Excuse me, it's not. So it's like I was thinking and meditating on this particular thing, how we can be in that energy. So I noticed that tightening my abdomen and lifting up the spine and pushing back the shoulders and taking deep breaths into it while I smile. Naturally, I can infuse my own energy into this experience instead of being bombarded by other frequencies. I'll also illuminate and I say extract some of the essence of my own energy into this experience and share it. Instead of going, oh, I need to get a private, you know, some space, like, let me share this. Let me share this with you. And then, you know, I'm noticing people like, wow, you have such a beautiful smile, or, oh, you know, let's talk about the plants you're buying, and there's a nice energy exchange as I'm smiling. The vibration is elevating. So it's nice to kind of sit with it, but sort of a tightening up the core area. I notice, because that automatically says, okay, I'm aware of this intuitive experience. And I choose, and this is calming down the mind a little bit about it, about whether or not it's uncomfortable, because pain is a state of mind at times, you know. I know that sometimes, like, literally there can be severe pain, like if your arm gets chopped off, it's like, yeah, this is a state of my mind. I mean, my arm is chopped off, you know, or something. It's like, it can be intense, you know, things in need of remedy or need of, you know, immediate resolving. And I'm not saying that those things don't exist or anything, but I'm saying pain, like being uncomfortable because you're feeling another auric field, is kind of a state of mind. Like, we have a choice. So I'm choosing, okay, I'm gonna smile, I'm gonna embrace this, I'm gonna love this experience. It's a wonderful experience. So just kind of setting that intention that I love being around other people, extracting also my energy and frequency into the experience. And it's like an art piece, you know, all these different pieces are coming together, creating, you know, all the bits and pieces create the whole picture. So this is a whole experience if I'm in the present moment and I embrace this with a smile versus like a, all right, let's hurry up. Okay, dodge that. Oh, that feels weird, you know, or, oh, all right, just, when can I get to the vehicle? You know, I've experienced that kind of like, okay, because the frequency is not in alignment to the frequency I, you know, would like to experience. Well, the present moment is the present moment, and it's a present, so embrace it, is what I'm telling, you know, my mind. It's okay to embrace. I'm telling my body, it's okay to embrace it. We can illuminate and extract some of that Om essence of that peace you're feeling, that love you're feeling, the light you're experiencing, the openness, the expansion, the abundance, the being like breathing and so excited because there's a bamboo plant and there's a moringa plant, and we're bringing these plants into this present moment existence, and they're going to be coming into, you know, this beautiful backyard that I'm in right now. And, you know, it brings so much joy just looking over, you can't see it from here, but looking over across the way is beautiful bamboo. Though it's a baby bamboo, like very young bamboo, it fits in my vehicle. Because I asked the universe, I'd love to purchase some bamboo to spread out and grow, but how can I do that and fit it in a tiny little vehicle? I drive a Toyota Yaris. I'm not real attached to how fancy my car is, but like, I'm grateful to have a working vehicle for traveling. But anyway, so the car is actually a very small vehicle. So I asked the universe, and then the local market has beautiful bamboo for like $15, $16, and I can fit in my car. I'm so excited. So am I going to leave the experience just because I'm uncomfortable and it's crowded with energy? Because I thought about this before I left. It's around 5 o'clock. This is where the traffic, other people getting off of work, they're going to the stores. And it's like, is this the time? So I was like, I'm going to wait till later. And then I thought, well, I won't be able to do this video in the light. And I knew intuitively that going out at this time would be some inspiration for the video. So it was cool. So just kind of being an empath or a hypersensitive person, or just a sensitive person, I think it's a beautiful thing. Please by all means, if you feel inspired and resonate with this, embrace your sensitivity. You know, when stuff comes up, it's true with the purging and cleansing, we want to learn not to, let's say, vomit that on other people, because that also is like kind of intense for their auric field, whether they're sensitive or not. So I know I personally speak from experience in that, where there have been times the emotions were so strong, and though it may be from this life or another life or whatever, so I'd get sometimes stuck in different dimension frequencies and like different experiences that I've either had in the past or future. It's all in the now, but I would get stuck in this like, and these emotions would come up, and then I would feel the need to have to immediately resolve that, which was a little bit pushy. to get to learn. Okay, so basically I'm learning in this process of purging that I'm an empath, I'm sensitive, I'm taking in energy, I have a gift of transmutation, such and such and such, and a gift of channeling. But in the process, my system is being completely cleared. I in no way did I mean to kind of onto and most of the time this happens like with our most intimate people involved in our life, you know, the most intimate ones around us really get to experience some of those purges and cleanses and clearings we're going through, or when we're having visions or supernatural experiences and we're seeking to have some understanding. Let's just be cautious too during that, to try to be conscious and sort of breathe through the experience. And so what I'm sharing is some exercises that when that uncomfortable energy, now that I've sort of been through it, I'll speak about it. So I'm finding that just smiling, just automatically, even if I'm not really feeling it, just kind of like, oh, I'm loving my experience. We're awakening and transforming and transmuting. We're being a platform of light work, and we're just full of love and joy. That's an amazing thing. And just because that way, like when you're in the frequency of these energies going, like, you can kind of come and sit with it, and it begins to get really powerful, and that's how the gift can kind of get activated, you know, and so you can kind of transmute it. So as I was smiling, it made it more comfortable towards the end for my own essence to be, you know, to be coexisting with this energy. So embrace it with a smile, or attention to your intention, that you're, you know, being a platform of light. Now also there may be other things that resonate with other people. It could be anything. It could be like tugging your ear, or rubbing your ear, or like massaging your head while you're there, or just not worrying about people saying, or play with your hair to kind of keep you calm while you're feeling a sense of energy. Or, you know, however, maybe you sing a song in your head, or just whatever can take from feeling this uncomfortable experience, like you're taking in this energy, and so how can you lift it, expand it, elevate it, illuminate it. So I found that smiling just works well when feeling uncomfortable, just in particular in like traveling outside with vehicles around me, or other energy, or let's say in your work environment, or let's say you know, when you go to the grocery store, different things like that. Maybe at work you can't be like this all the time and people are going to want to expect you to answer, but I find what I do at work is just take a deep breath and be like, okay, in the past I did that and I apologize, but in this present moment I'm choosing to be aware of this. Thank you. Like let's say you miss something and someone points that out. That's an example I have from work. I'll just be like, okay, in the past that happened and I do apologize for it, and thank you for your forgiveness. And in this present moment, I am practicing awareness and choosing to, you know, do this as this is so desired. Thank you. And I know that's a little bit like much, or why are they so happy all the time? But you'll find that over time, people actually will start to calm down themselves, and they'll start to feel really relaxed around you as you begin to feel really relaxed, and their frequencies can balance. And the same thing like in relationships of any kind. So we're going to have our differences. That doesn't mean that this person's right and this person's wrong, or this person's wrong and this person's right. It's none of that stuff. It's really just about balancing this kind of feeling and balancing it. And so one may be, let's say, spiritually in one moment a little bit here, and then let's be humble. This one can be humble and say, okay, I understand what they're saying. They're saying they're radiating, they're feeling joy. They'd like to express the joy and be calm. So I'm not fully calm right now, but what I'll do is I'll take some deep breaths and understand that they are calm and respect that, and be like, I'm in the middle of clearing something. Thank you so much for your understanding. I'm a little rocky in my emotions and may need some space to clear this if that's needed, but at least the communication and not vomiting on them. And just until you can get to that space, maybe that person's like, I want to be in this space anyway. and be like, okay, I choose to go another space. Thank you for understanding that. Or if they really want you in the space, let's say like in a relationship, sometimes people are like, no, you got to stay and talk to me, and it can get a little intense. So just kind of smile through it until eventually they'll be like, all right, I need some space because this is too much smiling, or vice versa. The other one will be like, you know what am I huffing and puffing about? Let it clear. So maybe I can ask them nicely, hey, would you do a meditation with me since you want to stay in my present energy and in my auric field? Would you be happy, or coexist in our auric fields together? Would you be okay with doing a meditation right now? I mean, there's many different approaches in when we can put down our ego and be a platform of light. And put down the ego meaning like not letting that thing, not letting the ego sort of take over to kind of prevent, sway out, like instead of creating more karma to the situation, maybe you're in a relationship that's purifying your karma, for example, and you're also hypersensitive, so you're feeling the transmutation on many levels. It's okay to make a choice to do something different. Yes, that energy is there, and that's how you feel. Like maybe even it's from a past life that this and this happened, and the same thing's happening, or having a vision of it, and you're like, I've seen this before. I don't like the way this feels, or whatever it be. You can smile into it. I'm embracing. I accept it. This lesson is transforming to a blessing in this very now. Isn't that great? And you can even say that to the person. Like you can feel completely, I don't know, just wild inside, and just like calm it down with the intention, and calm it down and bring it in again, on the physical, tightening the abdomen, pushing back the shoulders is really helpful, and then bring it in and be like, isn't it wonderful? Even though inside you're like, I don't feel, isn't it wonderful that we are transmuting this energy together? And this lesson is being learned and transformed into a blessing. Isn't that wonderful? Blessings. Until like it really starts to resonate in your present moment. Like it's okay to feel what it really is, but be like, you can still look at it's transmuting. Like, isn't that great? We don't have to do this again. We can learn from this, and we can raise this vibration right now. We have a choice. That's the beautiful thing of setting intention, is making a choice to elevate the energy. And that's the same thing as an empath. Instead of isolation, we can make a choice to coexist in the energy and the frequency by just smiling into it, breathing into it, accepting it, being open to it, expanding with it, embracing it, and then getting a little in, and just until the point where, it's like, okay, now, and then you can find a way as you're smiling through it to get a little space to clear it. But in the process, just to keep that respect of boundary with other people, because if you feel their energy and then there's a reaction to feeling their energy, then they might get that energy on them as like, you're like, oh. Because I know I've probably done this before many times, and just been like, come on, let's get past this really dense energy. But at the same time, that's sort of a judgment, and it's not very nice on the other energy, or respectful, let's say. So actually going, they are where they are right at this moment, and that's beautiful. And they made a choice, and I made a choice today, and that's beautiful. And they may be, let's say, choosing to be stressed. That's okay. That's their choice. They're learning in this experience. I'm going to choose to be joyful, and I'm learning in this experience. And together we're having this experience, and it's wonderful. So I just wanted to give a little information on just embracing the sensitivity. So I hope this resonates. I hope we can embrace our sensitivity and be a platform of love and light. Many blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you.